Hi, I'm Curtis from Propel Collective, and here I am with
Ben?
Ben.
He's Midlands GhostBusters.
Oh yeah. So just going through a short interview. So just to start off with, what is it that got you into Ghostbusters cosplay, and how did the Midlands group get together?
Me personally, I have never got over being a tiny, excited child and watching real Ghostbusters, the cartoon, when I was a wee lad. Absolutely loved it, and something about that just sort of ingrained into my very spirit, it seems. And spirits is very appropriate to talk about with Ghostbusters as well, so I didn't really have a choice. And for some reason I've got this really distinct memory of going to see Ghostbusters 2 with our friend Vigo behind us over there, with my dad. And like, it's one of those that's just burned in my head, and ever since then it's in me. And so as I got older and became a bigger kid and my budget became bigger as well, I upgraded my toys, and that's essentially what we've done and why we're here. Really though, the reason the Midlands group came together too, so the Midlands group was a bunch of like-minded friends who all got together and all into Ghostbusters in a very similar way, loved making their own stuff, built a bunch of things, did various stuff with things, and what they like to do is, that was 11 years ago, and so they started first of all going to events, different cons and things, working with Ecto 1 cars and different things on time, and that was, as I say, 11 years ago. And over that time, I think there was about 3 of them to start with, they've acquired different ones of us and dragged us in from various places. As you might be able to hear, I'm from the south originally, so I started with some of the London lot down there, and as I've moved up, and now I'm hanging around with these guys up here.
Oh, perfect. So with next, what's been your favourite event or fan reaction whilst in costume?
This is an easy one for me, man. I love this. So one of the things we do is we give people the opportunity to try in a proton pack, and we give them like full proton pack firing training kind of thing. The moment, there's a specific moment with every customer pretty much. They pop it on, they can feel the weight, and they're thinking, oh, this is all right, I feel good. It's the moment when they hold the wands, they kick it into gear, and that initial their face is instantly like, this is amazing, and suddenly they are that 7-year-old or however small child instantly for that moment, and they're just beaming. Giving that moment to people is just utterly wonderful. I love it.
It does sound quite fun, to be honest. I might have to give it a go after.
Do it, yeah, please do. I'll happily take you through your training.
Perfect. Next, so they do actually run a charity. Well, not run a charity,
we collect for a charity,
yeah. Would you like to go into that more,
I'd love to,
more
thank you very much. So, as I said earlier, I almost broke the fourth wall and said about it, but the reason that we exist as the East Midlands Ghostbusters, what we do at every event we go to cons all over the East Midlands region, and to different events, school fates, whatever else it is where people want us to attend and entertain people. But the reason we're really here as the East Midlands Ghostbusters is to raise money for HeartLink in Leicester, who are a children's heart charity. One of our founders, his daughter was born with 2 holes in her heart, and these guys were incredible for them. She's still with us. They were just amazing. And so ever since then, everything we do goes off to HeartLink. Everything we never take anything ourselves for any of this. It's all off to those guys. So if anybody is watching and that is interested in such things, or is passionate about just child health, or wants to donate to a really good cause, HeartLink in Leicester is the children's heart charity. They're absolutely amazing. They do incredible work.
So we've just gone over the first charity that you work with. Obviously there is the other story about George that I was told about.
Yeah, so George is a little boy, he's got a life-limiting heart condition. And one of our members saw an appeal from Make-A-Wish online that George had a wish to be a Ghostbuster for the day. So we reached out to Make-A-Wish and said, what can we do to help? We want to do anything and everything we can do to make his wish come true. Yeah. So we kind of rallied the community around us, and it was a global effort. We had people sent presents in from overseas, the US, all around the UK, franchise patches, toys, memorabilia, all sorts of things. So we got a whole load of things together. We managed to get some custom videos from cast members. We had Dan Aykroyd, we had Ernie Hudson, we had Celeste O'Connor, and we had Logan Kim from the newer films as well. And Dan Aykroyd did a little video swearing George in as a cadet Ghostbuster, which was brilliant. And, Grace Dance is George's favourite Ghostbuster as well, so he was made up with that. And then we arranged a day for George to go and be a Ghostbuster. So when the Dan Aykroyd video went a little bit viral online, Make-A-Wish put some extra resources into this, and it ended up being their biggest event they've done in the UK for Make-A-Wish as well. So they really, supported this a lot as well. So yeah, we arranged a day and we provided, community donated a flight suit and uniform for him. I put together a custom mini proton pack for him as well, with help from friends of the community, 3D printed parts and electronics and things. And then we went and we met George and his family, who are all wonderful people. They're all lovely, and we picked him up in an Ecto-1. So George, we pulled up outside his house with an Ecto-1 with the lights and sirens going, and George's face is an absolute treat. The video you're going to link online, it's got that moment in there, and it's brilliant. So yeah, we picked him up in the Ecto-1 and we took him out for a ride, and he's in his flight suit and he's got his proton pack on, and then we got stopped by the police. Yeah. So we're thinking, what's going on here? Police motorcyclist stops us, comes up. Are you Senior Cadet Ghostbuster George? The mayor needs your help. So then we got a blue light escort from 2 police motorcycles and a police car, escorted us into the centre of Leeds, running through red lights with lights and sirens on the Ecto-1 going. And we went to Leeds Central Library, and George busted the library ghost. So we did went around the library and we scouted it out with PKE meters, and we found the library ghost. And George busted the ghost and saved the day for Central Leeds Library. And we came outside with a trap, with the ghost trap. And a big crowd outside, big round of applause for George. And then we went back home to have pizza and back home in the Ecto-1. And George describes it as best day ever. And his mum said, if he's ever had any down days, he watches the videos again and reminds him, and it helps with picking that up. So yeah, it was brilliant. As a fan, it was a brilliant thing to be involved in. Really, it's a high point of my kind of ghost busting career. Being able to give something back like that and help a little guy kind of live his dreams. We're still in touch with family. We still try and see them a couple of times a year. Last year we went to see Frozen Empire with them when that came out. We're seeing them again in a couple of months. And because it's 3 years, just over 3 years since we did this event, George has grown. He's 5'4" now, his mum says, so he's shooting up. So we're just in the process of getting a new flight suit and uniform, so he can carry on busting and keep saving the day in his own ways.
Yeah, because I can see obviously that you have made all the props yourself.
All in
also,
we're big on
nice
building
upgrade.
stuff. So he's getting a bit of a glow up. So
and then would it be something that you'd do again with Make-A-Wish?
100%. Yeah, if there was another event like that with Make-A-Wish, absolutely. They were wonderful to work with. It's a fantastic charity. So yeah, if they ever need anyone to answer the call, absolutely, East Midlands GhostBusters will be there in a flash.
Right, that's absolutely perfect. Well, thank you very much for your time today. It was a pleasure meeting you, Toby.
Brilliant.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. So one final question for you all. Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters!